UFC 305, Du Plessis versus Adesanya, most confident picks. Two least confident picks. If you haven't been with us for some of these videos, we rank at the top of the list who I'm most confident with. At the bottom, who I'm like, this fight literally could go either way. It's a pick'em, it's a coin flip type of a fight. And of course, all the bolded fighters are our predictions. So we do have underdog Du Plessis winning, Steve Erceg, Gamrot, Rozenstruik, Prates, Jr. Tafa, Josh Culibao, underdog, Casey O'Neill. And then all favorites right here in Jack Jenkins, Tom Nolan, Kenan and Stuart Nickel. So, of course, if you do want to see all the bets we are making for UFC 305, there's 12 fights at the moment. We've got a few money lines, and we're going to be posting some props and parlays in the coming days. So make sure to check the pinned comment down below to this video or check the top link in the description. But let's get into it. Let's start with Stuart Nickel and Jesus Aguilar and give my thoughts on how confident I really am in Stuart Nickel to go out there and get the win. So Stuart Nickel taking on Jesus Aguilar. Better wrestling, but it's his UFC debut. He hasn't really faced the level of competition as Jesus, who is 2-1 inside of the UFC, coming off 2 wins in a row. It's a tough fight for Stuart Nickel, especially on his debut. Betting odds have him at like a 2-1 favorite. Craziness. I'm going to have him at 55%. I'm not feeling at all confident in Stuart Nickel here. First off, I mean, Jesus Aguilar has more power than Stuart Nickel on the feet, so if it does stay on the feet and it is a striking match, I honestly would not be surprised with Stuart Nickel just barely losing on the feet and losing a decision, maybe even getting knocked out by Jesus Aguilar, who just does have a lot of power in his hands. Again, betting odds are like 2-1. I don't believe that at all. I think Stuart should be a slight favorite here, barely winning this fight. I do have him by 29-28, very close decision. So should you probably be betting him? No. Come on, guys. Kenan, second prediction of the card. He's taking on a lot smaller Ricky Glenn, moving up 15 pounds from lightweight to welterweight. Kenan is going to be the better striker. He's going to be the more experienced guy in terms of fighting a little bit better competition. He's got great power in his hands and a decent chin. He's been able to eat some pretty crazy shots, but he's also been knocked out before. I do expect there to be a knockout here. I do think Kenan should get it. How am I confident in that? No, it's two kind of aging veterans that aren't really like higher level veterans in the UFC's welterweight division. So no, it's going to be right around that Stuart Nickel range. And I'm going to be straight up with you guys, less confident. 54% for Kenan to get the win. So you guys can see right here, we're going to move this fight below Stuart Nickel because I just am not that confident at all in Kenan winning this one. He's not been looking amazing recently, to be quite honest. Tom Nolan, Alex Reyes is going to be our most confident pick so far. But should you be putting your whole entire paycheck on Tom Nolan? No. Remember where he's at in the betting odds, minus 1100. That means out of 11 times these guys fight, he will only lose one time. That's insane. That's insanity. Alex Reyes has a 100% finish rate. Tom Nolan got knocked out pretty badly by Nicholas Mota. So he's been knocked out before, fighting a guy that goes out there trying to look for the knockout. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? What are we doing? I'm going to go 80% for Tom Nolan here. That's only a 4-1 favorite, as opposed to an 11-1 favorite, which is absolute insanity by the betting odds there. So 80% confident on Tom Nolan. Jack Jenkins taking on Herbert Burns. I'm going to be weirdly confident on Jack Jenkins. I'm going to go 85%, even more than the 11-1 favorite in Stuart Nickel. I feel very good on Jack Jenkins. He's going to be the better striker. He's got great takedown defense, amazing leg kicks. The cardio is really good. The power, the striking. I mean, I can go on and on. He's better everywhere than Herbert Burns, than the jiu-jitsu, but he's got great takedown defense to keep it on the feet as well. So I think Jack Jenkins, his betting odds are pretty crazy as well. What are they at right now? Minus 950. The best you're going to get him is at minus 700. I'm going to be straight honest with you. That kind of makes sense. Minus 700 seems right around where it should be. I feel very good on Jack Jenkins, though. I think he goes out there, dominates every single part of this fight. Some people are saying Herbert might win round 1. He's a fast starter, but then he slows down. I don't even think Herbert wins round 1. I think Jack wins round 1, knocks him out in round 2. So very confident on Jack Jenkins. Casey O'Neill, my underdog, you already know, is not going to be super whoopsies, is not going to be super, super high on the confident picks thing because it's an underdog. They're underdogs for a reason. They're not supposed to go out there and get the win. So they should be pretty low on my confidence, right? Wrong. I'm going to have them tied with Stuart Nickel right here at 55%. And I think I actually feel better on Casey O'Neill than I do with a guy like Kenan because there's a lot of unknowns in the Kenan Ricky Glenn fight. Their ages, their chins deteriorating. Ricky moving up a weight class. Maybe he's going to have more power moving up a weight class. And there is some unknowns with this fight as well. Luana's coming in on short notice. She's a little bit younger. She's got better jiu-jitsu. But Casey's not taking this on short notice. She was training for this fight longer than Luana Santos. She's got more UFC experience as well, has fought better competition, has beaten better competition, lost to better competition. It's a very close one. I'm not at all going to say I'm 100% confident on Casey O'Neill. This is a fight that if Luana Santos goes out there and submits Casey O'Neill, I legitimately will not be surprised because, again, Casey's coming off a submission loss. Luana is coming off a submission win, so logic says that there's a good possibility Luana could submit her, but my rationale in picking Casey and putting her at 55%, I think if she could just not get submitted, I think she could keep the striking extremely even. She might actually win on the feet, although I think that's a literal toss-up. The fight in the striking could go either way, but as soon as she gets the takedown, I believe she has amazing ground and pound. Again, if she just does not get submitted. So I'm going to go Casey O'Neill to win by unanimous decision here. In the flyweight division, maybe a split decision. It could be close, but yeah, 55% for Casey. Josh Culibao, not at all feeling good. This is going straight to the bottom of the list. I don't know why. I'll tell you why, but I don't really know why. But we're going to put him at 52% confident. That's a money symbol right there. 52% confident on Josh Culibao going out there and getting the win. I don't feel good about him at all. He's on a 2-fight losing streak, getting outstruck in his past few fights. Ricardo Ramos is going to be a little bit taller and lengthier and things like that. And if he can, of course, keep the striking really even on the feet and mix in takedowns, which he kind of does every single fight now, Ricardo's very live to win as an underdog. And this is one I don't understand the rationale behind. Never mind. Okay, I almost saved myself there for a second. Yeah, he was like minus 170, minus 180 range. Where was the most he was at? Yeah, minus 180 Josh Culibao is at. That's what I was thinking the odds were still at. And that's where I was going to go off and say, I don't understand why Josh Culibao is a minus 180, minus 170 favorite. It's a big favorite, to be quite honest. Almost a 2-1 favorite. I think it's a pick-em. I think this fight should literally go either way based on if Ricardo is able to land in some big moments with the spinning stuff, make takedowns happen, land a little bit of ground and pound, a little bit of control as well. So yeah, Ricardo's a really live underdog here. That's a pick-em at 145 pounds. Another pick-em, you already know I'm never going to put Junior Tafa anywhere near the top. The Tafa. Okay, I'm sorry about that. That's a horrible pun. But yeah, I'm never going to put Junior Tafa at the top of my UFC most confident picks list. There is just no way. I'm literally going to do 50.1%. That's it. That's all I'm giving Junior Tafa. I don't feel good about him at all. There's no way in heck I could go out there confidently and tell you, yeah, Junior's got that one. No, his takedown defense is really bad. Valter is a wrestler. He's a grappler. But Junior's fighting a guy that has no cardio to keep up the wrestling for 3 rounds like some of the other opponents that Junior has fought, like Muhammad Usman, and then what was the fight before that? I'm forgetting, but yeah, that's kind of my rationale there. And I'm looking down really quickly because I just saw a notification that there was a brutal knockout on Dana White's Contender Series. So yeah, I am recording. Oh my God, that is bad. Oh my gosh. Overhand right and a backflip. All right, let's finish up the confident picks. But yeah, I just watched the first fight of Dana White's Contender Series, and Loner Kavanaugh just knocked out Ann Ho super impressively. That was insane. But yeah, let's get into Carlos Prates. I do feel good about Carlos Prates. Anywhere near Tom Nolan, Jack Jenkins, No, but right in between Tom Nolan and Stuart Nickel. I kind of have him at a 66% rate. I don't believe he should be a minus 300, minus 400 favorite. Like I believe the odds are. Yeah, minus 365 is the best, is the highest that Carlos Prates is at right now. I have him at minus 200. I think this is a really, really close fight. Jingliang is coming off a long layoff, but he still has power. He's got a lot of knockouts on his record, and I don't think Carlos knocks him out and leave 15 minutes. He's got a lot of time to land with a big shot. So, yeah, not confident on Carlos Prates. This is what I like to call an almost confident pick. Jairzinho Rozenstruik taking on Bam Bam Tuivasa. Going to be a little bit lower than Carlos Prates, but still in this little range, 55 to 66%. We're going to go 60% on Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Ty's chin isn't looking the same. His movement, his speed, his striking, everything is just really not looking the same with Tai Tuivasa. He's looking like he's on the decline here. And I do believe Jairzinho Rozenstruik's just going to counter him and eventually catch him when he comes in, trying to make it a fun, entertaining fight for Australia. He's just going to get countered. So I feel decent about Jairzinho. 60% right there. Again, an almost confident pick. Then we got Mateusz Gamrot. This one definitely has to be right around Carlos Prates. And I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm going to go a little bit less, but not by much at all. 65%. For Mateusz Gamrot, I think he should be in the 190-ish range on the betting odds, where the betting odds have him as one of the bigger favorites of this card. Minus 360, minus 376 on this betting odds side as well. So he's way too big of a favorite than he should be, in my opinion. So I'm going to have him at 65%. Steve Erceg, I feel very good on Steve Erceg here. He's going to be at number 3 for most confident picks of this card, and he is going to be a confident pick, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. We have him at 70% confidence right there in the UFC's flyweight division. I do believe he could actually theoretically go out there and outstrike Kai Kara-France. I think he has the style to do so. I think the height, the length, the reach, all of that combined, making Kai come in to land those big shots, it could actually lead to Steve outstriking Kai Kara-France on the feet. I believe even if he's not outstriking him, he should easily be able to out-wrestle and out-grapple him on the ground. I know what you're going to say, but Askar, whatever the dude's name, the Russian that fought him a few years ago, really, really good wrestler, wasn't able to get those takedowns and things like that. Yeah, Askar back in 2022, 3 fights ago, the last time he was able to win, he was able to defend the takedowns very, very well. I think Erceg is better in terms of wrestling, in terms of jiu-jitsu, and I think he will force Kai to come to him, making those takedowns come a lot easier. So feel decent about Erceg, 75% as a confident pick. And then what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Is Du Plessis going to be a confident pick? No, come on, guys. Come on, guys. I say it every video. Every single video. An underdog pick is never, what is happening, is never going to be is never going to be a confident pick in one of these videos. I do have him right next to Casey O'Neill, though. It's right around that range. Do I have him more than Stuart Nickel, Casey O'Neill, Kenan Song, Josh Culibao? I'm going to go below Kenan Song. I'm going to go a little bit below Kenan Song. It's just such an unpredictable fight. I'm going to go 53% for the champion, Dricus du Plessis. That's what I got. We have pick'ems right here in the UFC's 305 pay-per-view. We got Stuart Nickel, Casey O'Neill, Kenan Song, Dricus du Plessis, Josh Culibao, Jr. Tafa as fights I feel that could literally go all the way, or go either way. My bad about that. Some not pick'ems, but just almost confident picks. I feel decent about them, but I'm not enough to say I'm confident in that fighter to win. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Mateusz Gamrot, and Carlos Prates. And then, of course, for our confident picks, we got 3 this week. You guys knew Jack Jenkins and Tom Nolan were going to be there, but you probably didn't know I would have Steve Erceg this high. So we got Steve Erceg, Tom Nolan, and Jack Jenkins. Those are the confident picks. As always, like and subscribe, comment your confident picks down below, and check out that pinned comment or top link in the description for all the bets we are making for this UFC pay-per-view. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.